All right, guys. So we wanted to briefly talk about, the new California lockdowns. If you guys don't know, the Los Angeles wave is in Los Angeles. So we talk about California news quite a bit. And one of those things is California is introducing new lockdowns, or they have since last week.
Right.
Since I think it was like Friday.
I think it was a Thursday or Friday.
Thursday or Friday. So for you guys that don't know about this, the one in Los Angeles specifically, it took effect today and will last until December 20th. And it basically, what it basically was before, prohibit public and private gatherings, except for people already living together, and, religious services and protests will be exempted.
So nothing.
You basically did nothing. And then essential retailers will have to be at 35% capacity, non-essential will be at 20%, and outdoor fitness will be at 50% normal capacity.
As a
And gathering at beaches are banned.
better than that Newsom.
I mean, they're basically the same. Newsom and Garcetti, I get it that they want to, limit the coronavirus spread and try to get rid of this
just doing
virus.
a very terrible job at it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's already it's kind of I don't know. I feel like it's kind of pointless now because it's especially how many cases we have here in California and
Right.
in Los Angeles alone. It's do you think us staying home for a month is going to do anything now? People already have it.
Right. My whole thing is that I get it's a hard job, but you had, since the last time we opened, you've had months to figure this out, and you still haven't made any real progress.
Exactly. They were oh, coronavirus got better during the last lockdown, and then they opened, and then it got worse.
Yeah.
And then now they're just okay, we need to shut down again, and it's okay,
It's
so
gonna keep getting,
how's it gonna help?
You
What's
just
gonna
keep
change?
reacting. They just keep reacting to it, and they don't make any plans. They're just oh no, more people are dying. Lockdown again. It's you make a plan, talk to people, talk to actual health officials, and make a solid, concrete plan as to how you can safely open back up. Because most people really don't care, and they just want to be able to work and have their own jobs.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. What is locking down going to do again? Because we know it's the same thing that happened in Europe. Okay, they literally locked down and then they opened up again, and what happened? Coronavirus spikes. Why? Because people start seeing each other. They hang out with their friends. They go out to eat.
Yeah, when you have socially deprived people, the first thing they're gonna think to do is start hanging out with people again.
Exactly. So it's
you
just
shouldn't be they shouldn't have been surprised about this.
Exactly, which means every single time that you have more people go out, there's going to be a spike in coronavirus cases. And I think people don't understand that, you do know the only way to have no spikes is for coronavirus to basically, in that time frame, you would have to completely get rid of coronavirus from a city of 10 million people in the county. What is it, 12 million people in Los Angeles County, 4 million in the city? We have 40 million people in California. It's someone's going to have it regardless. So, let's say the numbers go down, a lot of people stop getting infected. When they open up again, more people will get it because there's still going to be those outliers of people that are asymptomatic or they just think it's a cold and they're I want to go see my friends, and then they get their friends sick and their friends get their friends sick and their friends get their
Right.
family sick. And it's the numbers will continue to spike unless you completely get rid of it. So it's how are you going to completely get rid of it? I mean, the vaccine's coming, but it's
the vaccine doesn't get rid of it. Some of these vaccines work is they just reduce the death rate.
Yeah.
So it's
I mean, my whole point is I get that it's hard to kind of it's a hard situation.
It's a hard job, but they're still f***ing it up.
Yeah, but it's I really don't understand what they want to do because it's
it's all to me. It just seems like all PR work, so they don't get the blame for it. And it's no, f***ing sit down and figure this shit out.
Exactly. Okay, Newsom can have his little parties and stuff.
Yeah, because this fucking Gavin Newsom got caught sitting at I think it was a French Laundry diner party, and it was 10 to 12 people inside, not outside, and then
yeah, everybody's okay, so you can go out, but we can't, and it's just it's the same thing as what is the outcome of this going to bring?
Right.
Because it's not going to get rid of coronavirus. So then, okay, you're trying to lessen the spread. When there's how many people in California already have it?
Too many.
California's had 1.23 million cases. Los Angeles County, 396,000.
396, so about a tenth.
I mean, but that's my point. How are you, like, what is this going to do? Because you can say like, oh, it's going to lessen the spread and, you know, COVID cases are going to go down. Okay, we saw that with the last lockdown. But then what happened directly after it? Cases went up and now we're here.
Yeah, and we knew that there was gonna. They've been saying for months. I mean, since March, they've been saying, "Oh, there's probably gonna be a second spike." So what are you gonna do to?
And they've been saying that since the beginning. They said, "Oh,
Right,
we're
since
gonna see
March.
continued spikes after we open up over and over and over
Don't
again."
tell. Okay, that's great. Like I'm great. I'm glad I know this. What is gonna be your response to this? How are you gonna plan it out? Let me know. Let people know how we should act. And you can't force us to act it, but let people know in a very polite, it didn't have, just let people know, like here's the science behind this. This is how we should act. This is how we should go forward.
Yeah,
Instead
I don't
just be
think
like close
necessarily we
everything
should.
down and
Yeah,
make
I don't
people
think we
lose
should lock
jobs
down.
and
I
die.
think what we're doing now, especially in California, like we live here, obviously it might be different in other states, but you know, you go into a business, you can't sit down and eat in there. You have to eat outside, and even the inside businesses, you know, they have the plastic screens.
Right.
So it's like you can't even directly talk at someone.
Well, some of these outdoor businesses have like, you have to the restaurants you have to eat outside, but like
They'll make an indoor outside.
they'll make tents and shit. So it's just with heaters and ACs. It's like, so you just added more property to the. You just made another inside facility.
Exactly.
There's no difference.
Yeah, like some of them they do it right, where you know it's just like kind of
Open.
it's open, but like some of them it'll like
It's like
literally
a balcony
be
with like
encased.
maybe an umbrella, but no. Some of these
Exactly.
are full on like wooden. In some other cities, they have like wooden areas that they built and it's entirely enclosed. And here in California, they have like tents that are completely cut off. And it's
Yeah,
like,
complete. There's no like airflow either, and I've seen that too. But I mean, in California too, like we've already like there's mask rules and mandatory mask rules for businesses, and they have the plastic screens in front of all. You know, when you go to In-N-Out, McDonald's, pretty much everywhere. You want Korean barbecue, like wherever you go, they have it. So I'm just like, what will this next lockdown do besides hurt the economy even more? Because at
and
this
hurt
point,
people who have jobs more.
exactly, like if you
Like how
have
many people are going to end up starving because they don't have a job?
exactly, and a lot
Probably
of people
more
don't-
people than who have coronavirus, which is unfortunate because it's bad for either.
Mhm. And that's the whole thing is like, it sucks that people are getting coronavirus, but like,
You have whole
what do
families
you-
who are going to starve.
Yeah, what's more important, them getting their paycheck to actually support their family, or you know, you trying to get rid of all cases, which realistically won't happen. It's like, what's more important? Oh, well, we need to lock down, you know, lower cases. Okay, well, if you look around now, since the beginning of the year, I've seen tons of businesses gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gone.
All around
Restaurants,
here, all around my house.
movie theaters closing.
I've seen way homelessness go up. I've seen a lot of homeless people just in general.
Exactly.
Way
So
more than what I'm used to seeing.
the overarching argument that we're talking about, guys, is what is this lockdown gonna do that do differently than it has before? Because as
My
we
whole
saw,
point is Gavin Newsoms up.
but I mean, like, but that's just it. I don't think anyone really has a solution, so it's kind of like a tough topic because, again, like I think that locking down is kind of pointless at this point because we know it's gonna spike after. So you're basically making people lose revenue in business and causing people to get furloughed and laid off more for something that won't go away. Like people from in the United States can still travel to California. So if someone in Nevada has it and comes into California after the lockdown, oh, more cases. If people, and especially
Right.
since Los Angeles is such
it's
a
like why did we lock down in the first place if that happens? Which it probably is.
exactly.
So
So
I know people who came back from Thanksgiving and they don't live in California.
exactly. So it's just like, especially with holidays, Christmas, everybody's going to go home to see their families. People are going to come to California to see their families. It's like, do you think people from other states, like someone coming from Florida who really doesn't care about the lockdowns, or they don't even have really stringent COVID rules?
Right.
Like, it's just going to, like, the whole point I'm trying to make is COVID's not going to go away. So why do we keep locking down when we've seen that you can't get rid of it, you know? But yeah, go ahead, comment down below. We're just going to end it real here. Just want to talk about it briefly. But what do you guys think? Like, how do you think comment down below, do you think the lockdown will be effective or not?
Comment down below if you think Gavin Newsom's been a good governor too.
Yeah.
Type yes or Gavin Newsom.